Guys, my name is Alex. Some of you may already know me and a majority of you do not know who I am. I did have a previous channel. It's under my maiden name, Alex Algarin, and on that I had a lot of trying to conceive vlogs, as well as I think I did 2 pregnancy update vlogs and a lot of other miscellaneous vlogs. And I created this channel kind of just to get a fresh start, a new start, and so I just wanted to let you guys know that I did create this finally, and I am going to start vlogging again, which I'm really excited to start doing. So kind of what my followers on my other channel know about me is that I had tried to conceive for my previous daughter. I tried to conceive for about 1.5 years. It took me about 1.5 years, 2 years to get pregnant with her. I do have a 7-year-old, and I do have she's now 1, and me and my husband have decided that we're going to try for our 3rd child. And I think honestly this is probably going to be our last child, just because 3 is enough, I think, for our family. We don't want a huge family, so I believe 3 is a great number for us. I am going to start trying to conceive vlogs, and whenever it happens, I am going to start making bump vlogs, like not daily vlogs, but like weekly vlogs of how my pregnancy is going and things like that. So kind of what's been going on here lately, and what made me decide to do this. Me and my husband were talking about it for a while now, how we want another one. My husband wants a boy, and sorry, there was a fly in my face. I want a boy too, but we're both either happy. You're happy either way, if it's a boy or a girl. It doesn't really matter to us. Okay, sorry about that. So back in June, let me start with this. After I had my daughter, I've had 2 C-sections. Both of my girls were delivered by C-section. My first one was an emergency C-section because I was having seizures due to what they thought was going to be preeclampsia or eclampsia, which it was not. We later found out that I have epilepsy. So there's that. And then my second daughter was a planned C-section because here where I live in Kansas, they don't allow VBACs. Our hospitals don't allow VBACs. Our doctors, like my doctor said he would love to do it, but unfortunately our hospitals won't let us do it here, so that was a bust. That sucked. So after, it was my 6-week checkup after I had my youngest daughter, and I decided to be on birth control. I wanted the Mirena. So we did that. I got the Mirena, and after that, things just went downhill. The Mirena was definitely not for me. It gave me numerous infections. It caused pain. At one point we thought it had lodged inside of my uterus because we couldn't find the string. It's also caused a cyst on my cervix, which they say a lot of women get that just having children, but sometimes like birth control can cause it too, I guess, supposedly. So I decided, me and my husband decided, since we want to try for another one, let's just go ahead and do it, because you know what, there's no greater time than now, we think. So because we don't want my oldest and my youngest, my oldest is 7, my youngest is 6, so they are my oldest is 7, my youngest is 1, they are 6 years apart. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. I haven't vlogged in a long time either. So since then, we decided to get my Mirena taken out. It was taken out on June 6th of this year. And we decided we probably weren't going to start trying to conceive right away, just because we had planned a trip at the end of the month to go to an amusement park. And of course I didn't want to be pregnant and go to an amusement park. So it got taken out, excuse me, it got taken out on June 6th. Today is actually July 12th. So I got taken out June 6th, and I started my period practically right away. I want to say like the night of June 7th. Actually, no, I think it was about June 8th is when I started. Like, I had a little bit of bleeding the day it got taken out, and then that stopped that night, and then the next day I started bleeding a little bit on June 7th that night. but then the next morning I woke up and it was heavy bleeding, like an actual period. So it started around then, and I bled for, you know, normal 7 days or so, and then after that I started kind of spotting, like for another, I want to say at least 5 more days. It was kind of like only, I'm sorry, TMI girls, I'm sorry, only like when I wiped it was blood, but like not enough to, I wore pads anyway, sorry, but it was only enough like when I wiped. That was the only time I noticed it. So that was going on for a few more days after what I had thought my period stopped. And I was tracking, after that, I started tracking my ovulation. I never fully got a positive OPK. I got on Amazon and got, sorry, my phone's dying. I did go on Amazon and purchase an OPK kit. It's, Sunny and I don't remember the brand, but so far I don't know if it's the test or I just didn't ovulate or what was going on. So me and my husband were baby dancing often, you know, so that way I could get pregnant. That was actually after our trip. We started, because I started getting, before our trip I started getting, which our trip was on the 25th of June. Before that I was, my OPK seemed to get darker, I guess, more not positive, but like seemed where it could be positive. And the weekend of our trip I didn't test at all, and then the day we came back, which I tested on a Monday, there was, again, not a positive line, but it, you know, to me it indicated that maybe I had ovulated that weekend of my trip. And so we started baby dancing after we got home from our trip. Excuse me. And I don't know if we just missed it or what happened, but I thought I was going to start my period again around the 7th or the 8th of this month. Nothing showed up, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take a pregnancy test just to see if I am. And the ovulation kit that I had bought off of Amazon came with some pregnancy tests. So I took those, and for a few days it was negative. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm not pregnant. But I took another one just to be, you know, sure, and it showed up a faint positive. And I was like, oh my God. I called my husband right away. I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. You know, I'm gonna go after work. After I get off work, I'm gonna go buy a clear blue digital, and then as well as just a first response. So I bought those. I came home. I was excited, and unfortunately they were both negative. So I had been testing, you know, for a few days after that, and by now, like I said, so the 7th or 8th, like I started testing before then, because I'm crazy like that. But on I want to say, I think it was like the 8th is when I got that line, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep testing, and sometimes they would show up faint positive and sometimes they would show up negative. So I was like, okay, I need to know what's going on. So yesterday I called up my doctor. I said, hey, this is what's going on. Can I come in for a blood test? So she's like, absolutely, come on in. I'll have it ready for you. Let's get this done. So I got a blood pregnancy test done yesterday, and I got the call this morning that it was negative. So unfortunately, I am not pregnant. We don't know why my period's late, but we're going to wait a couple weeks, you know, at least another week or so to see if it does show up. And then if it doesn't, we're going to go in and figure out what's going wrong. And if it does show up, awesome, cool. Then we'll be back on the trying to conceive again, which, you know, we don't know what's going on. It's just kind of crazy. This has never happened before. And I don't know if maybe the Mirena caused it. I don't exactly know. It's kind of a scary situation, I guess, to me, just because, you know, we want to have another one and we don't know what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna wait to see if my period does show up, and hopefully it does really soon. So, you know, I will keep you guys updated on what's going on, let you know when I start, and everything that I'll be doing from there. I want to thank you guys for listening, and if you have any questions or any advice for me, that would be lovely. All right, have a good day.